Hey paparazzi, it's Monday and time for sneak peeks. We have some darling items that will be headed your way. Let's start with my outfit. I am wearing just overalls that are shorts, right? Shortalls, which I think is really fun. Just a plain black shirt and then black shoes. Obviously they're fun. They got a little buckle and a little bit of like detail across the top in that it almost kind of reminds me of the back of outdoor furniture, like outdoor wicker. When it's coming across the toe. And then I'm wearing copper accessories because the buttons or the grommets on my overalls are copper. So I'm wearing the butterfly set. I'll show you the bracelet, which is really fun. Obviously the necklace is a direct match. I decided to add in some stone because I think that's really fun to just kind of pop a little bit of that boho style in with the fact that I have more of a natural looking shoe on. So just simple clothes and accessories today. So let's get started with the items that are headed your way. I'm telling you so many cute things. In fact, I walked past, so we have a big board in the design room, and that's where all the items that are currently available and what's going on for the next day, they're all sitting. And I walked past this bracelet and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really one of my favorite bracelets. It's so cute. So I am so excited that you're gonna see it. It is actually an old gold, so you're gonna see the detail right there. And then we've got that turquoise stone, we've got a tiger's eye stone, and then we've got the white stone, and then it's gonna step and repeat. So you actually have two tiger's eyes on this, but this is so cool. I love that it's dainty and still a stretch. So if you see that, it's gonna have that stretch, but I love that it's a dainty bar. And then right there, you're gonna see those rhinestones, which are just like a subtle nod, a little bit of an accent, not at all. When you look at this, you're not seeing any sort of sparkle or shimmer. It's just gonna give it a little bit of detail. And I love that about the style this season, when we're mixing natural stones or stones in general with a little bit of what would normally be like a Fifth Avenue accent. I think it makes it amazing. Now this is a really fun necklace. You're gonna see that this has a lot of flowers and butterflies, very springy, okay? You can see there, and then look at all of those pretty colors. We've got the blue, we've got that pink, a little bit of the orange rhinestones. Again, very subtle, so it's not over the top in any way. So flippin' cute. I love when we have those feminine details, especially for the spring. Now this is a true Fifth Avenue, so you're gonna see this as a gray pearl, really light gray pearl, and then over the top, we've got those rhinestones coming around. I love that it is layered. So if I'm gonna turn it from the side, you see there how there's an underneath layer and a top layer of pearls. So a bigger pearl and then a smaller pearl on top, and then around the outside, it's held together, so to speak, just visually with those rhinestones. And then right there in the center, we've got that large gem. This one is so cool. Starts to like lean into the cocktail style ring, which I think is really fun. This one is gorgeous. You're gonna see the red rope coming around, and then right here in the center, we've got the old gold, and then look at all those white details, those white rhinestones. I love the nautical look. I think it is so fun for spring, especially for this season. But I love when you get that old gold mix, because I feel like there's a bit of an elevated look, particularly when you mix red and gold together. So that one is really cool. Now this is a fun one. This is going to be a hoop. I love that it is gold based. I also love that each of the gems taper. So look at that up close. Absolutely beautiful. The width of it is very pretty. See how that's like a wider width coming around, and it comes back. It's gonna have like a tighter shape coming around. So sometimes we have hoops, they're gonna have a big circumference, right? So it's coming around the face. But in this particular case, you're gonna see that it comes and it's more of a sharper turned back. Sharper meaning more drastic turn back. And I feel like that gives you a lot of the sparkle across the front of the face. It's very flattering. Super fun. Now this is a great one. This is something that can be worn with a lot of casual outfits, which I feel like in the summer, right, you're gonna be wearing a lot of like something like I'm wearing. Like I'm getting ready, I'm going somewhere, but I can do a lot of things inside this, obviously meaning a lot of errands, right? I can go to work in it, but nothing about the outfit that I'm wearing is dressy in the slightest, right? I love those days. I don't know if you do, but I love those days. So I feel like this necklace is something that can go with a lot of colors, but definitely is more of a casual look. So you're gonna see right there, we've mixed the material. So in this case, this would normally be a Fifth Avenue material, but all it's doing there is just meant to like mix up the materials in general, not necessarily make it so that we've got elevated sparkles, so to speak. And then we're coming around to that shell. Look at the wooden beads and the clear, and then we've got the two layers of those beautiful chains right there. So again, dainty and layered is definitely something that you're going to see this season. I feel like this one is really fun. This one is going to be more of a 3D element. So you're going to see the heart right there. It is red. Obviously the center is that sparkle or that rhinestone. But when I say 3D, like look how far up off of the metal piece it comes, right? I love that it's rounded. It's coming out almost like it's going to say, I love you today, tomorrow, and forever. So cute. But because it is a big 3D red heart, it's very playful, so it can go with a lot of different styles this season. And again, has nothing to do with like a holiday specifically, right? Just more meant to be playful in a lot of different ways. Lots of like baggy layered clothes, graphic tees that feel very much like that ring this season. Now this one is gorgeous. You can see right here, we've got the beautiful brown beads. I love that we've kind of got an ombre effect, largely because this has like a swirl-like texture inside, almost like we've encapsulated clouds or smoke. And then we've got the beautiful shell. I love the gold accents. And then we've got the turtle, right? The smaller turtle. And then look right here in the center. Look at that paint, so cool. The shell paint over the top, absolutely beautiful. And then a piece of larger shell, a starfish, and then a little piece of like what mimics coral, right? Meaning coral, the plant, like what it looks like in the ocean itself, and then a hanging set of shells right there. I love that, like just almost like a haphazard look as you get into the idea of charms. It's very, very trendy this season. You're going to see charms all over. Shoe charms, bag charms, necklace charms, bracelet charms. Like it is the thing. And I definitely think you've also got that seaside look that is very prominent in fashion. So the combo of charms and seaside together make the perfect accessory. Again, these items will be available tomorrow during new release time. I hope you have an incredible evening. Most importantly, I hope you know that I love your guts.